So for as long as I've been in the trade, especially sanding, the sort of process has been that you machine sand everything first, then you go around with your hand sander just to do the areas where the machine couldn't get. Then you go around with your sort of sanding block, do all your internals and external beads and stuff like that. Then you go around with your light and do a light check, and you light check everything, make sure everything's perfect. But things have changed in the last sort of 30 years. Tools have got better, new tools on the market. So why are we still doing this sort of process, this same process of sanding? You know, why can't we speed it up with the new tools we've got? Especially now we've got the Festool Planex with the light on it. So we're sort of pretty much light checking as we go. Now, but then we're still coming back and doing all our detail sanding afterwards and light checking afterwards, so it sort of doesn't make sense. So I'm going to try and turn that method upside down. I'm going to I've been thinking about it for a while. Surely we can take one of the steps out of this process. You know, why light check twice? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of reverse everything. I'm going to go around and do all my internal corners first, and then I'm going to get my machine out and sand. So, and especially now we've got the Morph Corner sander. This is the best internal corner sander on the market, especially with that tip there, which gets into your internal corners, right into the apex. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and sand all my internals first. I've got a square set room here. And then when I machine my internals, the light is checking them as I go. So I'm not going to need to go back and do a light check on any of my internals, except obviously for my 3-ways, which, you know, I sort of still need my little sanding block and my scraper just to get that perfect. But that's all. You know, I'm going to try and eliminate a big sort of process, a lot of that light checking afterwards out of it. Because the machine is going to be, as I'm sanding, I'm going to be light checking as I go. So let's see how we go. And anyway, and if you've been thinking about this for a while, let me know what you think, and let me know in the comments. Is this a good way to go? Is this the way forward in sanding, especially with all our new tools and stuff? So here we go.
So if you haven't seen a Morph Corner sander before, this is it here in action. It's an internal corner sander with a tip that fits on the corner of the sander, and that morphs to the internal corner. There's no internals are perfect, so the tip sort of follows what's there, morphs in and out with the pressure you put on as well. So it's just really, for me, is sanding that apex of the internal corner. And that's all I want to sand, really, because my machine is going to get the rest of it. And that's why I think the Morph and the Festool Planex work so well together, because the Morph Corner Sand is just sanding that apex, that internal, and then the Festool Planex can get the rest of it.
So you can see here, trying to get the light on it, so you can see where the Morph Corner Sander has sanded the apex of the internal. So that should be enough, well, that is enough that's come out enough, sort of come out about 10 or 20 mils, and then I can get that with my machine sander now, and then I can light check as I go. So let's do the machine sanding now. So there you can see with the light from the machine, we can light check as we go. So that's the big difference.
So when I'm using my Festool Planex, I've just got the speed setting on around 4 or 5 for this sort of step. You know, I could put it on 6 and just go hard around the room, but because I'm light checking as I go, I'm sort of want to go a bit slower, so I'll just turn the speed down a bit, and I can just go around the room and just check my edges as I go, and my lift offs, just those little lips where you lift off, I can get those. I can see as they come up, they show up really well with the light on the Planex, and I can just go over those. Same with my my joints there as well. I can just see those edges as I'm going, and also again the lift off, and if there's any sort of blemishes I see them as I'm going. I can go back over them again with the machine just to make sure it's all done, so I don't have to go back and do all my joints with the light. So it's just a huge time saver in doing it that way. And the other thing there I'm doing with the 3 ways, I've just got to get in there. I can see what's going on with the light. 3 ways, get as far as I can with the machine. Also going to have to come back with my sanding block just to get into those 3 ways. And also with the new Planex, it doesn't have that guard on it like the original one did, so it gets right into the internal. You can see how close it's getting, and also on those external beads, I don't know if you remember the original Planex, as soon as you went sort of half off an external, it would fire out dust everywhere. Well, the new Planex doesn't do that with all the holes in the sandpaper sucking in now, so that's another great feature of the Planex. And again, it's why the Morph sander and the Planex work so well together, is just getting into those internals. They can get right in there. Yeah, so just finishing up here, just as I'm going, I can see my little lift offs. Let's go over those, getting the edges as I'm going. I can see everything as I'm going, and if there's any little blemishes I can mark them with a pencil if I need to come back and fill them, but everything's pretty good so far. Again, that external, there's just no dust coming out of the machine as like the original one did. So there's just so many improvements with the Planex 2.0. It's just really is a beautiful machine to use. And now that I've got the Morph Corner sander, it's just sort of it's a great combo, and I highly recommend getting the two together. So you can just see here, I can just see that little blemish with the light, so we'll just mark that quickly.
So now that I've done my internals with the Morph Corner sander, been right round and I've machined everything. So with the machine and the light, I was able to light check as I went, and everything's good. There was just one little blemish which I marked because I could see with the light, so I know where that is to come back and get that. But now all I have to do with the sanding block is just go around in my 3 ways, just get my beads and just check the bottoms and stuff like this. Just do around here with the block and these sort of 45s, just touch these up. But you know, everything else has been light checked, so I still will just do the odd light check in the 3 ways and stuff like that. But I've just saved, you know, all that time, especially if, you know, this is just a small bathroom, but you know, if you're doing a whole house, you're going to save a lot of time. So that's the beauty of these new tools, and you know, the lights built into the especially the Planex sanding machine. So yeah, utilize it and make it work for you. Sort of save a step. Yeah, we'll carry on.
Now when I'm doing my 3 ways, I just like to finish off with my sanding block. I've just got an angled sanding block that I use. Doesn't take much, and then just to get that scraper right in and scrape out any bits that the block just can't quite get. That scraper is nice and sharp, so it just cleans out that 3-way perfectly. And of course, we just got to sand off that edge of the middle bead and these little sort of detailed parts of the job. Always need your attention with the block and your scraper just to get them perfect, nice and square. I like my internal corners nice and square. Just get that little blemish that was there, we can get that with a sponge, and yeah, it doesn't take much at all, especially if you're doing a full house. It's just your standard box house. Everything's nice and square. It's pretty quick. Just all I'll be doing here is just going around my 3-ways, just giving them a little quick touch up with the block and the scraper, and then sometime, and also can't quite see, I'll get the light up there, just check them all over as well as I go. But this room was pretty good, it was pretty lit up. So, and just those bottoms where the machine can get. So, but I'm not checking everything with the light and the block. So yeah, nice and easy with the vinyl sanding block.
So that's it, that's all done, sanded, and this is just to give you a bit of an idea of how you can eliminate a sort of a step, a sort of part of that light check, I guess, by utilizing what you've got with the light on your machine. But this is a small room. It just helps, especially if you're doing a bigger house or a full house. Just imagine the time you're going to save. Just if you went around all your internals with the Morph Corner sander, did all of those first, and then come back with your machine after, light checking as you go, works perfect. Now I might get some comments about, well, you still need to come back with a big hand sander or even the Morph Master just to run it over afterwards. That for me is due down to the compound that the finisher is using. I use a multi-purpose compound which when it dries quite a bit harder. So when I sand with the machine, I don't get any swirl marks and I don't have to do that step. Now there'll be a lot of guys and girls out there that use the lightweight compound which dries softer, and that's where you're getting your swirl marks. That's why you're having to come back and run over things with the Morph Master or the pole sander to smooth it off, get rid of those swirl marks. If you just change the compound you're using, you can eliminate that step as well. So remember, all the different compounds are made for the different seasons of the year. So your lightweight compounds are made for the summers where they dry faster, which means they'll set harder. If you use that lightweight compound in the winter, it's going to dry a lot slower and dry a lot softer. That's where you get your swirl marks. That's why they make the mid-weight plaster for those spring and autumn and winter. You can use it, which I do, or the heavyweight plaster for the winters. So remember, the heavyweight plaster will dry slower because of the humidity, the coldness, the dampness, but because the heavyweight's got extra glue and hardener in it, it will dry harder. So I'm going to do a whole video on that actually. That'll be quite interesting. I think it'll be interesting to know how many people actually realize that sort of thing. But yeah, so hope you've learned something. Hope I've inspired you to change the way you're sanding. Is this something you might do? Let me know. Love to know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.